What up? It's your boy T-Bone Reaction. Today is the Makeup for Music Monday. Kids don't come on Monday. So about to check out another video from DJ Max or DJ because a little like I said, I've been doing a lot of reactions to like these making behind the scenes of some of your dance classes as well too. So a new thing I did announce this last week is I'm gonna do one talk with the makeup classes based on the producers and DJs, whatever, behind some of your favorite tracks as well too. And the second video I'm gonna do afterwards will be some of the vocalists of some of your favorite tracks as well too. And we're gonna continue on. Last week I did with Robin S for her infamous single in the dance house scene as well as the urban scene with "Show Me Love." And I'm gonna check out another vocal that was well, first of all, vocalist who's prominent in the house scene, the urban house scene as well too, which is none other than Crystal Waters, for songs like 100% as well too. But this is one that's talking about her breakout song that got her noticed, that is none other than Gypsy Women, which is played by a lot and sample as well too, as well as parody. Anyway, and I realized that because I was going to bring my Facebook on my PC that I couldn't do. So recently, and funny if I did this, between this time, a post came out. So let's talk about the black vocalists of house music who does the best thing as well too. Let me if I can find at least one black house vocalist. Let me see, vocalists as well too. If I can bring it up, hopefully. Let's see. Or it was EDM, maybe. I can't find it. If I can't find it, well, I'm not gonna worry about it. But yeah, it was. Can't find it now. Darn. Anyway, so yeah, I remember. Anyway, maybe I did. Hold on a second. It's in my music. I did share it in the music group. Hold on. I find it. So yeah. Said this entire thread is full of my favorite bots, and it was a Twitter said black women were the heart and soul of techno and dance music evolution as well too. Though, if I can find that one, it's gonna be in it. But if I can hear, this is what this says right here, and you see Crystal on the top. If you from your view, the top left, you say as well too. The video also includes Robin S. CC Pennison, the one dude, Rhythm of the Night, and the infamous Marshall Walsh, who vocals been used for house tracks, though there wasn't credit to her. But other than that, let's get into these. Do this one classic, another classic though as well too, which is Gypsy Woman. So without further ado, let's check it out. The story behind that.
I didn't even have a passport at the time, so when I had to get a passport, get recognized in the airport, things like that, it was all so new. It was really amazing. Hi, this is Crystal Waters, and this is the story of Gypsy Woman. La-da-dee, la-da-da.
La-da-dee, la-da. The ponytail in that shirt, that little blazing in them shiny shoes.
I grew up in South Jersey. People from Jersey know exit number 3. Small town, country farms. My father was a jazz musician. My uncle was Zachary, who was the lead saxophonist, MFSB.
Ooh, okay.
Message.
Nice. Ain't the Soul Train theme? The Soul Train theme. If it's not, no.
Him and my father
It's
music,
not the Soul Chain theme.
I wrote poetry.
Alright, it's not a Soul Chain theme. It's the same people do Soul Chain theme, but this is cause it's called Philly International. But yes.
At a young age,
Wait,
it was something
Philly?
I.
Wait, is she from Philly? No, she just said she's not from Philly. Where did she say she's from? She said Jersey. She did say Jersey. Well, that's close. Anyway, let me double check real quick. Crystal Water. That's your name, by the way. You think about it. Yeah, she's from. No, she is from Philly. Okay, cause he said her relative is part of that. No, wait. She was born in okay. Google kind of fucked up saying she's from Philly, but nah, she's from Jersey. Nah, cause I say that group, that band that her her family was from is a Philly band, is associated with Philly International in a way. That's what I thought. But Jersey, Depper Township, yeah, not too far from Philly. But anyway, let's keep going.
Saw my sister doing, and
Virginia Waters,
I had
yep.
a couple classes, and I was very shy, very introverted,
Oh.
and I think the writing really helped me. So I used to sit in my room and write poetry. I went to school for computer science and started working in a computer room at the parole board in Washington, D.C. And I didn't start music until after I realized I wasn't going to make any money what I was doing. So then I started singing. My mom told me to go see a psychic. She was really into that stuff. So the lady told me that I wasn't doing something with my voice and I wasn't going to be happy until I did it. So I was like, yeah, right, she's just guessing. And since I was so shy, I was like, I'm not going to be a public speaker, so I didn't know what she was talking about. I get back to work and all my friends said, well, you love music, why don't you do something with music? One of my friends said, I have a cousin with a studio and he's looking for background singers. He said, I'll go if you go.
Ooh, okay.
So I went, I got the job as a background singer. And when I got in the studio, it was kind of like a light bulb went off, like this is where I should be.
Nice.
And I realized, I'm gonna have to write my own songs. And I knew that I could write because I was doing all the poetry. And I said, that's what I'm gonna do. So I met a producer and we started writing songs together.
Oh, yeah?
And we did a demo. And in Washington, D.C., there used to be a music conference. Me and my partner, I was in a group, Modern Art. We went down to the conference and snuck in. We found somebody opened the back door. We snuck in. And I think the first people who caught my eyes were the Basement Boys. They had these leather jackets. And I was like, go give the demo to them. So I gave the demo to them that the conference let out, and I get home, and the phone rings, and it's the Basement Boys. I mean, it had to be like 3 or 4 hours later, and it was Teddy. He said, I love what you do. We want to work with you. So I started writing Gypsy Woman. After I met the Basement Boys, they sent me a couple tracks to write to, and the first 2 tracks I wrote was Gypsy Woman and Make It Happy. It was just something about that keyboard arrangement and Gypsy Woman that I just kind of latched. I had the la-da-dee, la-da-da right away. For the lyrics for Gypsy Woman, I came up, first I had this la-da-dee, la-da-da that just kept, it was right around the bass line. And I was trying to put words to la-da-dee, la-da-da, and I was like, the syllables were too short. So I was like, okay, somebody's singing this song. And I was reminded of a woman who stood downtown in Washington, D.C., fully dressed in black, full face of makeup, and she was singing gospel songs and with a black hat out asking for money. I passed her like almost every week, and I was like, she looks fine. She needs to just go get a job. Why stop asking? I had an attitude. Ooh. And then I read the story in a local paper that she had just lost her job, and she felt as if she was going to ask people for money, she should look respectable and be very respectful for asking people for money. And the whole story just changed my whole attitude about homelessness, because it was the late 80s and things were really bad in Washington. There was homelessness, it was AIDS.
Crazy found out that it was like literally based on an actual story and moment right there. That's crazy.
This was coming in and it was just really a bad time. So I said, okay, it's this woman singing this song. So that's where it comes from. She wakes up early every morning just to do her hair because she cares.
Wow.
They wouldn't be right without her makeup.
Wow.
So it was really just about her and that story I read.
She wakes up early every morning just to do her hair now because she cares, y'all. Her day wouldn't be right without her makeup. She's never had a makeup.
I wrote it in my kitchen. I had rented a 4-track and I recorded it. And then I was in Washington, drove up to Baltimore for the Basement Boys, and I remember singing it for them, and Teddy just fell out the chair. And it was the first dance song I had ever written. Like I said, I was doing more of a Sade, jazzy type thing, and I was just so happy that they were happy. Nice. So basically, their studio was in the basement. That's why the Basement Boys. And the studio, the vocal booth was the bathroom, and they were in the next room over. I couldn't see them or anything, and they just stood me in there. And I just sang it a million times. I wrote La Da Dee La Da Da for like maybe 4 to 8 bars, but if you hear it in the original mix, it's like 32 bars. it's long. So yeah, it was a good time.
Flex Alexander dancing in the video.
I was writing it for some of the artists on their label, because like I said, I was doing more of a jazzy thing, so I thought, that wasn't going to be my song. So when the Basin Boys told me that when they were shopping it, everybody loved my voice. It was something about my voice that connected to it. I went from thinking I was going to be this R&B artist, and they shopped it around as me, and it got signed like right away to A&M Records in London. It sat from like 87 to 91 until Bruce Carbone from Mercury, which is sister label. I think Tony Humphries was playing it, and he heard it in the club, and then he picked it up, and that's where it went. Everybody kept saying, you have to go to the Sound Factory to hear this song and sit up on the speakers, because they had these big speakers. And I always remember seeing Madonna in there always sitting on these speakers, because you get to feel it.
Nice.
And in New York, when I got to New York, they took me to Sound Factory, sat me up on the speakers, and it was just amazing. And to see the club come alive.
Right.
When the song came on.
That's gotta be a cool feeling that you go to the club and see somebody bumping to your music though, as well too while you're at the club. That's pretty awesome.
I could feel it through the speakers. You could just feel the whole energy of it, and it was just wonderful. It was the whole scene, Sound Factory, with the drag queens and the voguing and the battles. So it was really great to see.
To the highest you entry, number 3 now from Crystal Waters, and a true song about a street singer in Washington. This is a song called Gypsy Woman.
I first performed it on Top of the Pops.
Yep. It's still a lot of people get to do does that, like especially with this kind of music, because I think what's the name? Inner City did not is Inner City? Yeah, I think Good Life Inner City Good Life. Let's see, Good Life. Yeah, Inner City did Good Life, man. They first performance at Top of Pop too, unfortunately, in crazy way. And most of the time, I like how half the time they all do have a little part of the outfit from the video too. And like she kind of got
Gypsy
it right here.
had hit so hard they sent me straight to TV. It was the first time for the label to do any type of imaging with me. Mm-hmm. So it was a long day. I changed outfits like 3 or 4 times, and I ended up wearing what I wore on the airplane: jeans and a white T-shirt and some Doc Martens.
I thought it was her outfit from video.
The reaction to the song was major. It was amazing. I thought it would just be a
probably funny about she wore that first in the video.
big hit in the D.C., Baltimore, New York area. So I know that's where it broke out in New York. So I was clueless to how it went around the world.
As she stands there singing for money, la da dee la do da, la da dee la do da, la da dee la do da.
This is VIP.
I did feel like people only heard La Da Dee La Da Da and they didn't hear the message. Because I really poured my heart into that song. I really wanted to get that sentiment out into what I was, singing. Tony Humphries told me the story that he actually went to the label because he was feeling the same way I was, that no one was hearing with the message. So on the second pressing of the vinyl, he argued with them and he got them to put a sticker on it. If anybody has this vinyl with this silver sticker on it, you should really keep it. And it says, "She's homeless, la da dee la da da." I remember getting a phone call from my A&R, I believe, Bruce Carbone. I didn't know what the dance chart was. I didn't.
Right.
So when he was like, "You have a hit, you have a hit," I was like, okay,
Okay.
So it was really, you know, it was just so new to me.
In my sleep, I see her
Yup.
begging, reaching, please. Although the fault is not mine, I ask God why.
When they did the video, you know, most
The video was
labels
nice.
want you half naked in the video, and that's not my personality. And they tried to put me in
Thank you.
dresses and things like that.
Nah.
And finally, they sat me down. They were like, "Okay, what are you like?" Well, they showed me some pictures, and at the time, suits were big, and so they took me up to Amani.
Okay.
Amani gave me these suits, the black one and the white, and they just had the white background, and I just sat there and sang it, and I'm doing this move, which is basically crossing myself. I don't know why I started doing it, but it was a symbol to say thank you, kind of, for everything that was going on. I think one of the legacies for Gypsy is one of the first house songs to cross over to pop radio and open the world up to the whole
Nice.
community of house music.
Every morning,
And,
just to do
oh yeah, when they
her
had
hair.
when they had the little house little thing with BT Ward. Yeah.
Now, because she cares, y'all.
As time is going on, you know, I thought Gypsy Woman would have probably disappeared by now.
Nope.
But 30, 31, 32 years later, it's still played like it's brand new, and it still gets a reaction.
Yes.
I mean, I do shows now to people who are in their 20s, so it's a big deal to know that I did that. I feel like I did something something good in my life.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, man. Definitely is played. I play it for I play at the barbecues when we have my do little house mix along with Robin has Show Me Love, as well as other like CeCe Pennington, Finally, and what else she got? Look, we got Love, we got and a new one. Well, not new one, a new one. She got like He Loves Me Too, and then all that other stuff as well too. And some other house little classic, Rock, Move Your Body, and many others as well too. But yeah, this was a cool little story as well too. Sometimes I almost laugh when sometimes in the video because I think of The Living Color. Shout out to Ken Waynes for doing a good parody of it. Other than that, if you like my reaction to this, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Probably people will comment like, I know the video, but I know the parody from Living Color. Anyway, it's your boy T-Bird signing off. More love.